All right, Ms. Underwood, I will close the breakout room. All right, great, Mr. Kuzno. All right, Ms. Underwood, have you had an opportunity, did you receive the pre-sentence report, Ms. Underwood?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
Mr. Kuzno, have you had an opportunity to review the probation violation report with Ms. Underwood?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with Ms. Underwood as your attorney and the advice that she has given you?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Underwood, do you wish to challenge? Do you wish to
We do not, Your Honor.
explain or challenge the accuracy or relevancy of any information?
We do not.
All right. Before the court passes sentence, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of Mr. Kuzno?
Just briefly, Your Honor. Your Honor, Mr. Kuzno understands that he has a significant substance abuse problem, and he understands the help he has been both given and offered, and the drug court, and he really would like to address the problem. He understands the recommendation. What we would ask, Your Honor, if he's not going to be allowed back into drug court, is that with the jail provision, if the court would add a provision for early release to inpatient treatment, Your Honor, we think that might be appropriate.
Well, the recommendation is for revoking his probation. So we can't do inpatient, so.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Kuzno, anything you'd like to say on your own behalf?
No, ma'am. Just I'm sorry. I apologize to everybody in drug court and probation, and you, of course, for wasting all of your time trying to give me the help that I needed.
So, Mr. Kuzno, that's our jobs. So, I mean, I'm here all day, whether you take advantage of the help we offer or not. You know, I'm sad that you didn't, but evidently you're not at a place in your life where you're ready, or you would have taken advantage of it. So I guess, you know, it's always available to you to go out and get help. And one day I hope you're ready before you die. So, because otherwise you'll eventually probably overdose and die. All right. It's a sentence of the court. And we can't continue in drug court because you absconded too long when we have guidelines that we have to follow. Sentence of the court, probation in both cases will be revoked. You will serve the balance of 1 year on docket number 18-19078FH. We'll give you credit for, is it a total of 224 days?
Yeah, I figured out what it would, the balance is 151 days, credit for 10 days. I figured the 151 with all the credit he already did.
Why wouldn't I just give him a year credit for 224?
Well, you already get good time on those days already, so I just went with that.
Okay, I'm gonna give him a year in jail, credit for 224 days. He will still owe $90 crime victim rights fee, $68 in state costs on file number 18-19078FH, and I believe you still owe $74 for drug court fees, and state supervision fees. Mr. Cruz, now, I hope that you reach a point where you reach out for help. You've been given the resources to do that. And you know what you should do. And so it's up to you going forward. So I wish you the best of luck. Now, you do have the right to appeal this sentence, and we're going to send over to you 3 copies of the notice of right to appellate review. We'll have you sign 1 copy. The other copies are for you. If you wish to appeal your sentence, you would fill out the information on the form and mail it to the address listed on the form within 42 days. All right.
Okay,
All right. Thank you, Mr. Cruzno.
thank you.
I think that's all I had
Mr.
here.
Cruz, no.
All right, thank you. Ms. Underwood, I do have an extradition, but, and I have you on Mr. Love at 8:30.
And I understand we have a pickup for Ms. Contreras, but we don't have a warrant yet.
I just got the warrant, Judge.
All right, so they'll send that over to you, Rhonda. All right, can I ask your name, please?
Jesse Reynolds?
All right, I'm gonna grab your file. Miss Adams, does the jail have the extradition paperwork for Mr. Reynolds?
Yeah, they're the ones that provided to us, but I'll make sure that he gets it.
Well, all right, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jesse Ryan Reynolds. Sir, I have your date of birth as 9/29/79, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Reynolds, we are here today on an extradition hearing. Oops. It's a proceeding to determine whether you wish to waive your rights of extradition. Extradition is a proceeding to return you to another state in which a warrant has been issued for your arrest for the commission of a felony. In effect, it is in effect a demand by another state for your surrender and to return to that state to face the crime with which you are charged. You are charged by warrant from the state of New Hampshire, Hillsborough County, with the crime of felonious sexual assault, which is a Class B felony in the state of New Hampshire. We cannot, in this court or in this state, determine the truth or falsity of the charges made against you in the state of New Hampshire. You do not have to waive your right to extradition. You can require that the governor of the state of New Hampshire make demand upon the governor of Michigan for a warrant for extradition. You have the right to demand and procure legal counsel. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, the court would appoint you one at county expense. If you or your attorney wish to test the legality of your arrest, you may apply within a reasonable time for a writ of habeas corpus. That is a writ by which your custodian is required to bring you before the court for the purpose of having a hearing to determine the legality of your arrest. Do you understand what I've just told you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, do you want to waive your right to extradition to a writ of habeas corpus and to an attorney and go voluntarily to the state of Michigan or to the state of New Hampshire to face the charges made against you in that state? Or would you like an attorney appointed to represent you first to talk to?
No, Your Honor, I'd like to surrender myself to New Hampshire.
Okay. All right. So, do you have any waiver of extradition forms in front of you?
I have nothing.
Okay. Tell them you need your forms to sign.
Okay.
I know they sent them to us. See, Becky?
Excuse me, sir? No, it's working. They said I should have forms to sign.
Did they say,
Extradition. Waiver.
okay, one moment, go ahead and go back. What is your name?
Reynolds.
Yeah, there should be 3 copies. They'll give you 3 copies.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate your time.
No copy. Not a problem.
Okay, all right. On its way up, it'll be here in a couple minutes.
Okay. They said my paperwork will be here in a few minutes.
Okay, all right, so we will just wait, so. All right, so I'll be right back, sir, you're fine.
Thank you.
Mr. Kuzno, did you receive the paperwork?
This is Mr. Reynolds, and I have not yet.
Reynolds, I'm sorry. Okay, thanks.
That's okay. It says Kuzna.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Are you my public defender for this?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
If you want, you can do down my extension, do it and hang up. You know my extension? 5394. Yeah. Okay, well. Right. Might not know what it is. When do you find it? Yeah. Okay, well, good luck to you. I hope you. If the things at once. So we will be here by 1.
Oh, that's God. That's God. All Not this one. I put in the. It's the thing with the camera will connect again. Okay. Waiver of extradition.
3 copies is probably.
All the same. Yeah, 5 copies right here.
All right, do you have 3 copies now, sir?
5 copies.
5 copies, good job. All right, so, sir, what I need you to do is sign the documents that's been handed to you, the waiver of extraditions. So right above certification of judge, it's dated January 13th and it says signature under waiver. So I need you to sign each one of those.
Yes, ma'am. All done.
You signed all 5 of them?
3. Should I sign the other 2 also? Sorry.
Yeah, might as well. They're over there. Might as well sign
Okay.
them.
I'll sign everything. Why not?
Why not? All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the signing of those papers is your free act and deed for the purpose of waiving extradition?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Thank you, sir, and safe travels.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set. All right, Mr. Malaro.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sure Mr. Clark is waiting in your waiting room. Do you want to bring him in?
Judge, Mr. Clark is a guest of the CCNO of Ohio down in Stryker. And I don't know if that can be arranged for him to Zoom from there.
Mr. Clark was the one that got released from the jail, I believe, by mistake. So,
Yeah, it was definitely a mistake. I'll agree with it.
all right, well, you know what? I want to keep tabs on him, so I'm gonna issue a bench warrant just so that he'll be written over when he's done in Stryker.
Judge, there are warrants on there.
We're not. Oh, I thought maybe we were zooming them in today.
Well, we didn't know he was there, so.
Oh.
So I guess there is already a warrant on each of these files.
Yeah, he blew off his sentencing earlier. I'm sorry, he didn't appear for his sentencing earlier.
Yeah, well, yeah. All right, so there's warrants on them, so we'll just continue those warrants.
Okay. Thank you very much, Your
So-
Honor.
Is he in prison or the jail there? Well, I mean, is it a jail sentence or a prison sentence or prejudgment?
If you give me a moment, I can look him up and see what's going on with him. Let me look, Judge. I'll pull him up and see.
Lisa Marie Presley died. Yeah. I saw a picture of her, because my daughter has a crush on that guy that played Elvis, but there was a picture of him with her at the Golden Globe or something like that. And she was like, kind of like out of it, but she might have been stoned. I don't know.
But she looks so much like him, and she looks so much like Elvis.
Yeah. Hi, what are you here for?
Did you tell us Cody from Star?
Yes, he got a year in jail, credit for like 250 days.
Okay, so that's what he's doing, that is the whole year.
Mhm.
Okay, all right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
She wasn't even 54, was she?
Yeah, she's.
I thought she was like 53. She probably lied about her age all the time.
She didn't look good at all. She looked a lot older.
Well, she didn't look good at the Golden Globes. She had 54. Cardiac arrest, probably had a widowmaker. She had 4 kids.
Yep.
I think they're all adults. One daughter's an actress. Doesn't look like Elvis. I didn't really, I mean, she wasn't, her only claim to fame was really being Elvis's daughter, so I never really followed her career, so. I don't know that she did anything on her own way. Well. Are they going to bring Miss Contreras now from the jail, Miss Adams? Sam? Mr. Malaro, who are you waiting on?
Judge, I'm looking up Douglas Clark for you.
Oh, okay.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
so he's being held out of Fulton County on some traffic tickets, but he also has a 5th degree felony out there. He has his bond's 25,000, but no 10%, so he'd have to post full 25.
What's the 5th degree felony?
It's up to a year in prison, but he wouldn't, I can't, unless the judge is having a bad day, he wouldn't go to prison.
Okay, but doesn't everybody go to the same place in Ohio? Like they don't have a county jail. I thought everybody goes to, I don't know.
Well, if you go to prison, you get sent to Orient, Ohio. That's where they sort you out. I can't imagine he would go to prison, but he would get probably local time at Correction Center in Northwest Ohio. That's the regional jail. And that's where he's at right now. The docket didn't say when his next court date is, other than he does have an attorney. I can probably give him a call and what's going on. He has a court appointed counsel. It doesn't, but he got indicted by a grand jury. What they do down there.
Okay, all right, well, I suppose we'll pick them up at some time. Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Malaro.
Yep, no problem, Judge. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Contreras. Great. All right, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Angelica Maria Contreras, file number 22-21026 FH. Ms. Contreras, we are here on 2 things today. One is a motion affidavit and bench warrant for failure to comply with your bond conditions. It alleges that you failed to get set up with twice weekly drug screens after being released from the Lenawee County Jail October 26th of 22. You were sent 2 notices to contact the pretrial services coordinator, Darren Coast, and you failed to contact him or comply with the testing. Ma'am, that carries a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail and a $500 fine if I so choose. on that contempt of court, which would stack on your motion affidavit and bench warrant for failure to appear for sentencing on December 16th of 2022. I'm gonna guess you probably failed to comply with your pre-sentence interview. Now, Ms. Contreras, I'm not aware of, as of now, if there's an absconding felony charge against you, but you were represented by Matthew Murphy on the underlying offense. You do have the right to have an attorney represent you here today on both of these offenses. If you cannot afford to hire one, would you like an attorney appointed to represent you?
Yes, Your Honor, and,
Okay, Ms. Adams, I don't know if Mr. Murphy is available to meet with Ms. Contreras today.
Okay, I'll check.
All right, Ms. Contreras, we will check back in with you shortly, all right? Just stay there.
okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Underwood?
Judge,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy has 3 sentencings with Judge Sala and then 2 more cases in district court.
So I do have Ms. Underwood here, so she could speak with Ms. Contreras today, because it's just gonna be set out, because I'm not gonna release her today, so. All right, Mr. Berkey, good morning. We'll be with you shortly, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning to you too. Thank you.
Morning. Ms. Underwood, one, you might want to give Mr. Love a call. He always appears for court hearings, but he hasn't zoomed in yet. And then Ms. Underwood, I have Ms. Contreras here. She has 2 bench warrants. One is for failure to appear for sentencing back in December. And then one is for failure upon a release from jail to set up drug testing. I explained to her that they're 2 separate contempts. They stack on each other, but that I wasn't aware yet whether or not she'd been charged with absconding. So Mr. Murphy represented her on the underlying file. Would you be willing to meet with her today, briefly?
Sure.
Okay. So Ms. Contreras, I am going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Underwood. She's already gone. Okay. All right. And is it Burke or Berkey? I can't remember.
Technically, it's Burke, but I get Berkey all the time, so I answer to both.
Well, I will go with Burke then. Okay, thank you. There was another AG here and he had a different name and I think it had like, you added the E on the end and I was like, oh, okay. All right, we'll be with you in a few minutes, all right?
Sounds good, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Underwood, I will bring her back. All right, Ms. Underwood, have you had a moment to speak with Ms. Contreras?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Underwood, how would you like to proceed?
We would like to enter a not guilty plea on these, Your Honor, and perhaps have them set for Wednesday morning for Mr. Murphy.
All right, Ms. Adams, when is my next available pretrial date for this?
That is so far away.
17 next
We're
Wednesday.
gonna, hang on, Angelique, hang on. Your Honor,
What did
I
you
would
say?
like to discuss bond in this matter.
Okay, Ms. Adams, you said the 17th of February?
No, January you have 17 scheduled, so I'm looking
Okay,
16 on January 25th.
let's do the 25th.
Okay.
All right, we'll set this for pretrial on January 25th at 8:30 in the morning. Ms. Underwood?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Contreras, Your Honor, was just in court downstairs on the 10th. She appeared in court for her case. She wasn't told about any warrants then. She perhaps made a mistake on the date, Your Honor. She states to me that she has been appearing and she appeared downstairs.
And
would
my
ask-
probation officer is Erica Williams. I just seen her and I got more fines on the 10th.
Mr. Moore, can you verify whether or not Ms. Contreras appeared for her pre-sentence interview?
Yeah, give me a minute, okay?
No, I went to court on the 10th. Okay, because when I was
Ms.
first released.
Ms. Contreras, stop talking for a minute.
Okay.
I'm waiting for an answer to my question, so hold on.
Sorry.
Your Honor, she has not appeared for an interview.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. She never appeared for her pre-sentence interview on the underlying file, Miss Underwood. So I will set the contempt of court for pretrial on December or January 25th at 8:30 in the morning, and I'm going to set sentencing. Miss Adams, are we looking at February 23rd for sentencing, or? That'd be 6 weeks out, so
We do
I was looking at-
have 6 on the 23rd with drug court. 24th, you have a neglect at 8 AM.
Anything else at 8?
Nope, there's a 9 o'clock settlement conference.
All right, Miss Underwood, are you available? Or I'm sorry, no, I'll set it for sentencing on February 24th at, why don't we do 9 o'clock, Miss Adams?
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna set her for sentencing on February 24th at 9 AM. And I'm gonna set her pretrial conference on the contempt and the other warrant on January 25th at 8 AM or 8:30 AM. And Ms. Underwood, anything else you'd like to say?
Just Ms. Contreras, if you got out, where would you live?
I live with my grandma, just me and my grandma. That is it. I've been retaining my credentials. I've been reporting to my
And what is
probation
that
officer.
address?
It is the 1581 Naomi.
Okay, and
Wait a second, what's your address? 1581?
Yes, Naomi. Or it's like 1518 or yeah, I think it's 81.
18 or 81? Because you gave us 18 before.
It's 81. I'm pretty sure.
are you working?
No, I just sent for my birth certificate yesterday, so when I was incarcerated, I did like 6 months or so.
So I'm going to change your bond on the contempt of court to 25,000 cash surety, and the bond on the bench warrant for failure to appear to 25,000 cash surety, and then we'll see you back on those days. Her address was provided to the court way back in the beginning, it looks like. She wrote down, well, you were in Toledo on Eastgate to begin with. And then the address.
That was a long time ago.
Right, but then the address we got was 1518 Naomi. So you're saying it's 1581.
1581, yes.
Then we had Treat Street, so it looks like you've been bopping around a little bit. So, all right, thank you. I've set our bond and we'll see you back on January 24th. Thank you.
There's no way I can pay that.
Thank you, Mr.
I mean, I have been doing everything that I've been supposed to be doing. Yeah.
Miss Underwood, Mr. Love always appears for court. He appeared for the pre-sentence report. He's not here, which is unusual, as I said. Have you been able to reach him?
I will try to reach him, Your Honor. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Your Honor, Mr. Love is on his way into the courtroom right now, coming upstairs.
All right, I figured he would be. Usually is. Good
Did you
about
hear
that.
me, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I heard you. Yeah. Do we know if the, okay.
Are we just gonna put this out for the delay?
I don't know. Let's get him in here before we say anything on the record. Hold on. Hi, Mr. Love.
Nope.
No, Mr. Love. Mr. Raines.
Miss Rains.
Why are you guys here?
Because we like you.
Just a visit?
Yeah, we're just popping and say hello.
We miss you, that's all right.
All right, hold on.
But Dave and I are just gonna take your entire day and schedule a bunch of cases.
Rhonda,
Hello.
hi.
Hi.
Unless your guy shows up with a receipt showing a lot of payments, I can't agree to a delay. He hasn't paid anything since September.
Let me see if he's paid anything.
Okay,
Okay.
no problem.
Okay.
I don't know.
I knew you always made court on time, so I was getting worried about you. All right, so I do have Mr. Love in the courtroom. So, good morning. This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Robert Love Jr. File number 20-19918FH. I have Rhonda Underwood appearing on behalf of Mr. Love. This is a date and time set for sentencing. Ms. Underwood, you received a copy of the pre-sentence report.
Your Honor, I'm on my way upstairs. Okay? I'll be
Mr.
up in
Love.
just a second.
Have you seen the pre-sentence report?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Underwood's coming upstairs and then she'll talk to you real quick about it. Mr. Burke, part of the agreement was October, November, and December had to be paid. Was that paid?
Your Honor, thank you. When we were off the record just a moment ago, I mentioned to Ms. Underwood that that according to my information, I haven't seen a payment from defendant since September. So
Okay.
I think Ms.
So
Underwood's she's gonna check with Mr. Love to
Okay.
find out if he has a receipt for any kind of payments. And then I guess we can proceed from
Okay.
there.
All right, so Mr. Love, just have a seat. Well, hold on, Ms. Underwood's gonna come talk to you. She's downstairs, so she's gonna come upstairs. All right. So.
Mark?
Are you calling me?
He's going down to pay 600. He tried to pay it yesterday, but he's going down right now and pay 600 downstairs.
All right, hang on a second.
So he'll have a receipt for that when he comes up.
Okay. Okay. Great. Thanks, Rhonda. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They're off the hallway, yeah. Sorry. All set. Rhonda? Are you ready, Rhonda?
Wait for him to get back upstairs.
Back downstairs? But yeah, back down to Mr. Love. No, I said Mr. Love said he had to go downstairs. Mr. Love had to go downstairs.
I sent him down for an appointment.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Wait for him to get back upstairs.
So, all right.
He's making a payment.
Okay, he's still down there. Okay.
My apologies.
Why? Your fault. Something you should have done before, right?
Mark,
Yep.
he had to go to the bank and get cash because if he made a payment on the thing, it would go out to all his files.
Okay.
I'm glad
So,
he checked this earlier.
You know, Rhonda,
So-
he's, let me say this, just so you know. I mean, this obviously is not on you at all. So if he's placed on delayed sentence, assuming he is, if he's not paying monthly, we're gonna just accelerate. He's got to pay monthly. He can't show up to court and say, oh, I gotta pay a lump sum, I gotta run to the bank. He's got to pay monthly. He has to.
Yeah, okay.
So I from the note that I saw in the file
Hey.
a couple months ago.
Attorneys, I'm sorry. Just wanted to remind you, you're on live on YouTube.
Oh, okay, no problem. Thank you. The good news is Rhonda and I get along great.
Hey, Sue. Not in yet, he's here.
We are back on the record and the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Robert Love Jr., file number 20-19918FH. I have Rhonda Underwood appearing on behalf of Mr. Love. And I have Mark Burke appearing on behalf of the Attorney General. What's your P number, Mr. Burke?
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning. For the record, Mark Burke from the Attorney General's office. My P number is 54935.
Very good. All right. So Ms. Underwood, this is date and time set for sentencing. Mr. Love, have you had an opportunity to read and review the pre-sentence report?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Have you had an opportunity then to speak with Ms. Underwood this morning?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Underwood, the plea offer that was made was that Mr. Love would plead guilty to count one, child support failing to pay. With a second offense, I believe, and then must pay as ordered. He would make up the October payment, pay November and December. And if he had done that by today, we would delay sentencing. If he, during the delay, pays as ordered, reduces his arrearage to 5,000, then it would be an attempted without a habitual. And if he were to get his arrearage paid off during that year, then he would be able to receive a misdemeanor. So, Ms. Underwood, where are we today?
Your Honor, Mr. Love tried to make a payment online, but if he made it online, it would go to all his files. Today, he made a payment of $520, Your Honor, and he understands that he was going to pay $600, but that's all he could get out in cash from the bank this morning. But Mr. Love
So
does
how much
intend
more
to-
does Mr. Love need to accommodate this agreement? How much more does he need to pay?
80?
Okay, well, the bank's open now, it's 9 o'clock.
I just went to the bank this morning. That's all I was able to get out, because downstairs, if I make a payment, it goes
No,
to
no,
server.
all right, you need 80 more dollars.
Yes,
All right, can you go to a bank and get $80?
yes, I can do that today.
Well, the banks are open
I just came from it. That's all they let me get out at that one particular time was 5:20.
at an ATM,
Yes,
but you can go inside the bank after 9 o'clock.
right.
So, Mr. Burt, can you hang out for, or zoom back in 30 minutes,
I sure can, Judge.
right? I'll see you back in 30 minutes.
So just to be clear, that defendant, so October, November, December is gonna be paid, but he's gonna owe for January anyway, so.
Right, but
Okay.
the agreement was just October, November, and December to get the delay.
Okay, I just wanna make sure we understand it. Okay, no problem.
Okay, I'll see you in 30 minutes, Mr. Love.
Judge, do you want me to log out and log back in, or do you want me to?
He can log out and log back in 30 minutes, so we'll be
Okay,
back
very well.
at 9:50, okay?
Very well, thank you,
Your Honor,
Judge.